Picasso. How are you guys? I'm doing very well, thank you. Today, we are going to do a little Easter craft. So here are some of the things that you'll need to try and see if you have around the house. First, if you have a paper towel roll or even a toilet paper roll will do, you will need a piece of paper, either colored paper, or if you don't have colored paper, you can do white paper. Next, this is the important part. So hopefully you have some sort of paint at home because you will need paint for this one. If you have a hot glue gun, that is the thing that will work the best. If not, then you can use liquid glue or a glue stick, and you'll just need to make sure that you wait for it to dry. All right, then you also need some scissors, crayons or colored pencils, and possibly some pens if you have them. All right. Oh, and a paintbrush and something to put your paint in. I think that's everything. So this is what we're going to make today. We are going to make a bunny stamp out of paper towel or toilet paper rolls, okay? Like I said, you'll only need one or the other. You don't need both. So first thing you're going to need to do is I'm going to use the paper towel roll because it gives me a little bit more room and I thought you guys could see it better this way. You're going to need to try to cut it in equal pieces. Now that might be a little bit difficult, so if you can get the help from a mom or a dad, that would be fantastic. So don't worry about squishing it, it's okay, but we're going to try and cut it in equal pieces. And we need 3. So there's 1. Let's see, hopefully this is about equal. If you want to measure it, you could even do that. And 3. Okay, so that part we don't need. See, this is why if you do a toilet paper roll, you will use the whole thing. If you do paper towel, then you'll have some extra. So now you have 3 pieces. You're going to need to make one the head, so kind of try and make sure it's in a round shape. And the other 2, you're going to pinch on the sides like that, because those are going to be the ears. So there's the 2 ears. Now, if you would like, you can do the ears like this, and you can glue it together. Or if you want to do it like I did it, you can put the ears together. It's really up to you. The important thing is when you glue it together, you're going to want to have it flat down on the table because you're going to need to try and keep it all level on one side. The other side doesn't really matter. If you have different heights like mine, it's hard to see, but this one's a little bit taller than the other 2. That's fine. When you go to use the stamp, try and use the flat side. All right, so with your hot glue gun or your liquid glue, this is where you would glue these together, either separate ears or together. All right, so I'm going to move this out of the way, and I'm going to exchange it with this one that I already did, my sample one. And the next thing we will do is we will let's try first to stamp it. I put some paint in my plate with a little bit of tin foil. Make sure you ask your parents which plate you can use or a bowl, or maybe you have a craft bowl already. So you're trying to get a bunch of paint on every single inch of this. All right, now the first time I did this, it didn't come out perfect, so that's okay. So we're gonna try and see if it works. We're gonna stamp it, and while it's down, you might need to just kind of push on every little piece, because mine didn't quite work out perfectly. Let's see if that worked all right. Okay, not too bad. So then you can do however many bunnies you want. You might want to do however many bunnies as there are people in your house. For example, in my house, we have 3 people, my husband and my son. So there's 3 of us all together. So there's 2. See, now that one didn't work out perfectly, but that's all right. It's a stamp, so each one is going to be unique. If you need to, you can also use your paintbrush and you can add it like this if that's better for you. All right, so let's see. My third one is going to go a little close on room. Okay. Squish it down. And voila. Okay, so there's 3 bunnies. Now, if you want, you can do many more of them. I'm going to stop at 3. At this point, you may want to let this dry. But for the video, I'm just going to show you what it's going to look like because you don't want to wait for me to wait for these to dry. So let's pretend yours are dry already. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to just decorate inside, and maybe I'm going to do the inside of the ears. Oh, another thing I was going to mention, I didn't have a lot of paint here at home, so I have this teal colored paint. You can use whatever color you would like. Doesn't really matter. I just happened to have only that color, and I had a little tiny bit of yellow, which I used for the example. So you can do the inside of the bunny ears and then also the nose. For this, you can use pens, colored pencils, or crayons. So we do a little triangle nose. Now, do you know what a bunny has when you see these little lines coming out? Do you know what those are called? Those are called whiskers. So we're going to put on some whiskers for our bunny. And you can make them longer, but I don't want to touch the paint because my paint is still wet. Another reason why it's good for you to wait. Whoops, I touched the paint. That's okay. All right, so we have whiskers on our bunny. You can also, if you would like, you can add a mouth like this. Or you can even just add a mouth like that. Now I'm going to do some blue eyes. You can do whatever color eyes you want. Alrighty. And there you have it. Now on my example, let's say you made a bunny for your dad. You could do a little bow tie for your dad if you wanted. And maybe I'll do a different color bow tie for Giovanni since he is a boy. And then maybe for the moms, you can either do a bow on one of the ears or you could do a little necklace. And then underneath these, I'm going to write the names. So I'm going to pretend that I'm doing it as if I'm Giovanni. So we're going to write Babbo, Mama, and Giovanni. And then on the bottom of this, I'm going to write Happy Easter. So let's see, maybe a different color would be good. Maybe a crayon. So I'm going to write Happy Easter. So you can do this as part of your Easter decoration. It could either be a card or you could put it up on the wall. If you want, you could also add some flowers, some little spring flowers. Maybe even you add some Easter eggs. Who doesn't love Easter eggs? You can design different types. So you can add from here whatever you would like. Flowers, eggs, some grass, maybe the sun. This is what we have for today. You take it and make it however you would like. Add whatever you want to it. All right? I hope that you enjoyed our little bunny craft, and I hope that you have a really, really great Easter. All right? I'll see you next time. Have a fantastic holiday, and we'll see you after the break. Bye-bye, guys. See you later.